Hey, what is up guys? I'm Machinepiggy, and today's video is about the radar in Halo 5 Guardians to basically explain what it shows and what it doesn't show and its radius. Since some people are new to Halo, I figured there are people out there that don't know exactly what the radar shows, so hopefully this video will help you guys out. And let's begin by showing the radius distance. So as you look in here in the video, this is about how far you have to be before anybody shows up on the radar. I keep wanting to say minimap for some reason. I guess I'm just used to Call of Duty. Anyways, moving forward, as you can see here, sprinting for sure allows it so you appear on the enemy's radar, as well as sliding and boosting in any direction. Next, walking slowly hides you from the minimap, unlike when you walk at normal walking speed by just holding the left thumbstick in any direction. That normal walking speed does, unfortunately, allow you to appear on the minimap, so you have to be careful with that. As far as jumping goes, if you jump straight up and down or slowly move forward while you jump, you won't appear on the minimap. But as long as you're at like sprinting speed or normal walking speed and you jump, you will unfortunately show up on the radar. And I forgot to get a footage of clambering, but when you clamber, you do not show up on the minimap. Well, if you're sprinting or running fast and then clamber, you disappear off the minimap for a brief second. So if you slowly walk up to the edge and then clamber and then continue walking slowly, you won't show up at all. Now, I'm sure most of you or all of you already know this, but crouching hides you from the radar no matter what you do. And as for the last two things before we get to invisibility, when you jump up and do the Spartan smash by holding the melee button, you appear on the minimap the whole time, as well as when you jump up and use the smart scope to hover in the air. Now, as far as grabbing the invisibility, besides being extremely hard to see, you get a few extra perks. For one, you can briefly see here that he's able to shoot and he doesn't appear on the minimap. Now, I didn't get much footage of this, but I did test it, and if you're using a semi-auto weapon, you can shoot, wait a brief second, and shoot again, and you can just get that timing down where you don't show up on the minimap at all. But if you spam the trigger finger to shoot, on the second shot you will appear on the minimap. Just like with the assault rifle, if you hold the trigger for 2 shots, you won't show up, so you have to burst it. But if you keep holding it down, you will appear. So you just have to be careful with that. You are able to stay invisible and keep shooting if you time things correctly. So besides that, you don't have to crouch anymore. Normal walking speed will keep you invisible and will keep you off the radar. Unlike sprinting, which I suggest you don't do because you expose your body for the duration that you're sprinting and you show up on the radar, as well as you can boost whenever, because boost only lets you appear for a brief second or so. Moving forward, jumping at the normal walking speed keeps you invisible and hides you from the radar, but once you start doing the Spartan slam or Spartan smash, whatever it's called, you're still invisible, but your jetpacks are going all crazy, and while you charge, you're invisible, but as soon as you slam the ground, you show up on the radar. Next, you have the smart scope hover, and as you can see, you're invisible to the radar and your body's still invisible, but your jetpacks are pretty visible, so just be aware of that. Well, that's it for invisibility. The last couple of things are when you throw a grenade, you don't show up on the radar, and when you have a weapon that charges like this grenade launcher on this map, when you hold the button to charge it, you don't show up on the minimap until you fire. I know it's not that important, but just some food for thought. And the final thing I learned about the radar while I was doing my testing, which is something that I didn't recognize or I didn't see at first, is that there is an indicator that tells you that they are not on the same level as you. For instance, here in the footage, you can see that when he's running up and down the stairs, his little triangle or dot or square, it gets slightly smaller and it gets a little more faded when he's on a different level. When he's on the same level as you, the red dot or square, it's a little brighter and slightly bigger. Well, that's it. Hope you guys learned something. I know I sure did. So just go out there and get a bunch of kills, my fellow Spartans. And don't forget to come back for more shooting game tips and gameplay, because I will be covering Black Ops 3 next week, as well as bringing you more Halo tips whenever I can. So if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, share, favorite, and subscribe. Machinepiggy out.